Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Shelley Plum with PlumbTalk. I am on location at the Palm Beach Film Festival. We are incredibly privileged and excited to be here. I'm here today with Gideon, right? Okay. Yes, and he produced a movie that is amazing called The Key. Is that correct?
That's correct. I didn't produce it. I wrote, directed, edited, and acted in it, but the producer was actually somebody else.
Oh, is that right? Okay. So for our viewers out there, I know they're itching to know. For those of them that aren't familiar, can you give us maybe a summary of what the film is about?
Well, it's a classic revenge tale, but it was inspired. Really, the storytelling is inspired by the comic books that I read as a teenager, like Tales of the Crypt, that kind of stuff, horror and ghost comic books. So that's really inspired us in the storytelling style. And it's a genre mix. We have a lot of crime and comic relief, gangsters like Tarantino-esque gangsters, and we have some monsters thrown in the mix, and we have our four leads, two couples, who have to deal with all these things coming back from the past, and we have quite a few twists and turns, and all interconnects at the end.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And I heard you right. You wrote this.
Yes, I co-wrote.
Okay, you co-wrote this, and I have to know, where did the inspiration for this come from?
Well, actually, this story came to my doorstep. I was supposed to only act in this movie, and there was a first draft of the script. It was originally written in German, and it was very different than what it ended up being. And I got involved, and then we decided that we want to make it in English, want to make it an American set story. And then I started working on the script and reworking the script. And so I had a storyline that I worked on, which was really good because the twists and turns were there. I just had to flesh out the characters and, add some things and some storylines, to put a second storyline in there and just make it a little more dense. But so the inspiration wasn't really mine. I kind of piggybacked.
I gotcha. And it sounds, correct me if I'm wrong, but what intrigues me is it seems to be multidimensional. Is that right? I mean, you have so many twists and turns within the movie.
Yeah. Well,
right?
We try to do. Yeah, we have surprises. Yeah, well, you need that in these kind of stories, and we wanted to have fun with it. We just tried to do a movie that's not the usual genre horror movies that you've seen lately. It's not four people going to a house and then some evil spirit or something comes up, and it's not found footage. We want to do a different kind of storytelling, and we like crime thrillers, so we try to get that in there. So really the bad guys in our movie aren't the monsters, it's the gangsters. Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know.
We turn things on its back a little bit, and trying to have fun with it, and trying to give the genre fans something where they're like, oh, we're sure where this movie is going, and then we turn it around on them and it's actually going in a different direction. So we try to have fun with the genre and with people who know the genre so well that we lead them down a road and they think they know exactly where they're going, and then we suddenly take a left turn.
And they're not going there, are they?
No, they're not really going there.
I love that. So through this must have been a process, an engaging process, and challenging to say the least, but we're always trying to grow, personally and professionally. What did this process of working in this film teach you as a person?
As a person, I don't know. I've been in the film business since I'm 10 years old, and I've always been an actor. That's basically my day job. That's what pays the bills, and I always wanted to direct, so I've been writing for quite a few years. And this then really was my first chance to do a full feature. I've done something like a short movie or a 10-minute sequence out of a script that I wrote as a teaser, and this just taught me to be, to believe that it can actually happen, that it can work out. And for me, it was just, I just felt incredibly lucky to basically stumble into this movie and stumble into this directing job of my first feature, because it wasn't planned. It wasn't the one that I was working on. It kind of came in through the back door, so careful what you wish for. It just might happen.
Dreams do come true.
Dreams do come true. And I was just happy that, I worked with Eli Roth on Inglourious Bastards. I was one of his bastards. He ran the bastards. I was one of the bastards, and so that was great. Watching all his stuff, because horror wasn't really my genre. But then, knowing that I was going to be on set with Eli and all the other guys who played the bastards in that movie, they were all film buffs and they all really like horror. So I was like, okay, I have to catch up on my horror. Right. And then really talking to them and stuff, and it was great, because then suddenly, 3-4 years later, suddenly I stumble onto this movie. So I'm really happy that happened back then, and I kind of jumped back on the horror train and got some inspiration. And
that's great.
Did some studying up.
Oh, I'm sure you had to. So for our viewers out there who have seen this interview that we're doing right now and want to either read more or know more about the or even see the film, what can you tell them to do?
Well, you can go to thekeymovie.com. That's our email. That's our webpage address. There you can watch a teaser and a trailer that we just put out, and there's a synopsis on there, so you can really kind of get an idea for the story. And music. We have great music in our film. One of the actors is also a singer-songwriter, and he put out some really great rock songs. And so you can go and see all that on thekeymovie.com. And we're on Facebook, of course, and all that, so you can find it there. And if not, come out tomorrow night, Manalapan. We're playing at the Palm Springs Theater in Manalapan, and we're playing at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. And there's actually going to be, but you have to get one of these flyers. I put flyers out with keys on there, so we're going to have some raffle. I'm going to raffle off 3 prizes at the end of the movie after the Q&A. And the first 20 to show up are going to be free or comped. So if you show up early tomorrow to Manalapan, watch the movie, first 20 get in free.
Awesome. That's really great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
Take care.
Thanks.